Hello and welcome to this edition of the PM Sports Page. I'm your humble host, Todd Patterson. I'm joined again, as always, by Activities Director for the Washington Community School District, Nathan Miller. Coach, how you doing today?
Good. Sounds like you got a little bit of a cold or something. Battling?
No, it's not. I don't know what I have going on.
Yeah,
I've got
allergies.
My voice is changing
Allergies.
again.
Ooh. Is that kind of like taste buds every 7 years?
Every 7 years. I like green peppers again now for some reason.
It's crazy.
But I just still don't like beets or bananas.
That was the same with me. I never was a green pepper guy until about, 10 years ago. So
yeah, you sound sick too.
I've got allergies rocking.
What do we got going on? Let me just preface. Today we've got the cheer team here, coached by Erin Smith, and she's got a couple of her stud cheerleaders, Annie Fritz and McKenna Morgan. So we'll be talking to them a little bit later, and I'm excited to hear about the things that they have going. So, Coach, what do we have going on in the district?
We have a lot of updates. It's been 2 weeks since we've sat at these chairs. So I'm going to start out with cross country because tonight is the SEC meet for middle school and high school. So our cross country teams are headed down to Fort Madison. The middle school starts running at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And they just go boom, boom, boom. So 2 middle school races, followed by varsity girls, and then or high school girls and high school boys. Yep. So we're wishing them luck. We're hoping to bring home some hardware tonight.
A couple conference champions would be the goal, right?
Absolutely. So we want to add some more pictures to the wall, which would be great.
I see the times are just dropping and dropping and dropping. I saw Micah set another record.
He did. Crushed it.
Crushed the record, yeah.
Crushed it. And actually all varsity boys runners that day at, I think it was North Lynn, all set PRs.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and Tyler Alderton, Andrew Reese, and Lane Schrock were all in the top 20. So, yeah,
have they all been on the show? Most of those guys have been on the show. I think that's dropping their times. I think it's pretty highly correlated. People who are on this show.
We have talked about this many times.
They always perform well.
On the girls' side, so the boys won that meat, by the way.
Yeah, I saw.
Girls finished 4th in that meet. Iris and Quincy, they were top 20, and Iris ended up with the 3rd fastest time in school.
Nice, good job, Iris.
Yeah, so they've had a tremendous run this season. They're hoping to continue that. They've got playoffs or district meet, I should say. There is next week on October 18th in Pella, and that will be at 4 p.m. And it's a challenging district. On the girls' side, there's 5 ranked teams. On the boys' side, there's 4 ranked teams, and so it's a great opportunity for our kids to compete against some of the state's best and see where the chips fall.
Do you know where they're running over there? Golf course or something, or
I did not write that down. I'm not sure where they host that at.
That's okay. So is it the case? I can't remember exactly how this works. Maybe you know, but like the top, however many individual runners qualify. I can't remember.
15,
and then how many teams would
3.
So the top 3 teams in the top 15.
Correct. And there's some they just sent out a briefing this morning, and if the host school has kids in the top 15, then they will add numbers to that if they're already represented on one of the teams, then they'll
go to 16, 17.
Certain number, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So anyway, that's kind of the cross country update. So just wishing them the best tonight. We also have another big event here at home tonight. It's our senior night. It's our final home volleyball game with Columbus. And our volleyball team has 6 seniors, Macy Williams, JC Berg, Sadie Vandermolen, Riley Leib, Caitlin Kroll, and Remy Messenger. I just wanted to highlight those 6. They've have been very important to the program and kind of turning the corner. And the program right now sits at 16 and 17 and winners of 9 of their last 11 games, that's what you want to be doing the last 2 weeks.
Your stride at the end.
Absolutely.
Those are all great kids. Congratulations, and I'm sorry to their moms who are going to have to endure the first of probably several nights of tears where their kids are finishing up for good.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
But no, they've been tremendous the last couple of years and all of them have contributed well this year. We just finished up the conference tournament with volleyball on Tuesday night here in Washington. It was a fun night. Our girls finished 4-1 in the tournament, finished 2nd in the conference,
Fantastic.
Which, they played for the conference title, and that's what you go to work for in the off season and prepare yourself for the entire year to playing games like that.
I mean, they're hot.
They are. And then the playoffs, we're going to be starting here next week, October 17th, regionals, 7 p.m. in Davenport against the Assumption Knights. So we got an opportunity to maybe shock the state.
Let's shock the state.
That's what I'm saying. So if the kids, I think if our girls believe and they have confidence going in there, I think that they can possibly do some great things that night. The last thing with volleyball is Leighton Messenger hit a couple milestones. She ended up having her 500th kill and 500th career dig during the conference tournament. And she's a sophomore. So, I'm a law of average guy. So there's potential for a 1,000 club, which is a pretty good career.
Knock on wood. You got to stay healthy, and you got to keep working, and you got to stay out. And
I'm sure her sister will say, I have a hand in a lot of those sets for you to kill. So some credit there for Remy, and then also Lauren Hendrickson as the setters. All right, moving on with football. Tough night last Friday night with Davenport Assumption. Football has fallen to 2-5 on the season. They'll head to Mount Vernon tomorrow night. And so they're unveiling, I should say, it's their second home game on their new stadium. So it's going to be, even though it's going to be a rainy night, playing on turf should help with a few things. And then their final home game is next Friday night against Fort Madison, and we'll have senior night that night to honor our seniors. Yep.
That's not our last conference.
That's last district game of the season. Yep. These next two games, we're still technically in the hunt for at-large playoff berth. We would need to win out both games. So we'll have update, obviously after tomorrow night on where that's going to be, what's going to happen with that. Dan's team had a camp last Friday, 106 elementary age
little
kids.
nards. Yeah.
I mean, they were all over the place, but what a great, opportunity to build that group up. They performed at the halftime of the JV game. And so it was fun.
Sounds a little terrifying if you want my honest opinion.
It's, herding cats is sometimes tough.
Cats,
but they did a great job. And, it's lucky that she's got 20 dance team members that she could split up the girls a little bit. Marching band competes this weekend at the state marching competition Saturday at Pella. So that's a big update from them. They finished third, I believe, at Muscatine a week ago at that competition. Our play they're in rehearsal and set building right now. Again, that's November 10th, 11th, and 12th for the community to come out and watch the play. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then hard to believe this.
What's the name of the play?
It is Murder on the Orient. Yes, on the Orient Express. Thank you, from the future American Idol contestant in the back here. But we have middle school boys and girls basketball practice starting next week.
Crazy,
unbelievable. So that's our fall kind of. I'm not going to call it a wrap up. I'm hoping our programs will go deep into the playoffs here and represent Washington. But either way, we've had a lot of success so far this year, and basketball will be turning the corner, and wrestling and all the other winter sports and activities before we know it.
All right. Well, thank you for that great update, Coach. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick commercial, and we'll come back with Erin Smith and her cheer team.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
You know, it's not a question of what all you have and so on with your life. It's who is in your life and how much you care for them and how much they care for you. And Tammy definitely cares.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors. So call her.
All right, and welcome back to the PM Sports Page. I'm your host, Todd Patterson. I'm joined in the studio by Erin Smith. Erin, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Erin is the head coach of the cheer team here at Washington Community Schools. I always want to say Washington County Hospital.
Just habit for you.
And I'm joined by a couple of her stud cheerleaders, McKenna Morgan to my right and Annie Fritz to my left. Can I say hi?
Hi.
All right. You're already starting to sing, huh, McKenna?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So have we had you on before, Erin? Were you on last year?
We did last year.
Yeah.
This is the first time this year that we've been in.
Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about the cheer team. Tell me how many kids you have. Tell me what, sports you cover and, those types of things.
I cover a lot. I've got middle school for football, basketball, and wrestling. And then high school, I have the varsity squad, and basketball and wrestling, I have everybody.
Okay.
So I've got quite a few.
How many kids between all those would you say you have out for a cheer?
The middle school squad is at 5.
Okay.
Varsity is also at 5 this year.
Okay.
They're a smaller group than usual, but they've done perfectly fine with being a smaller group. They've worked hard. They know their motions because when you've got a smaller group, it's going to be easier for people to see when someone's having a little bit of issues. But
easier to coach individually too, I would assume, right?
Yeah, they're a good group to work with.
So you guys are in football then right now, I would assume, right? So it sounds like you'll be finishing. You just do the home ones, or do you guys travel? I don't
Travel
remember.
too.
You go to every single game?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we go to every game, and the rule is the girls are very good with it. We don't leave the field till the last boy's off the field.
Yep.
So we wait for everybody to come off, and then we're ready to go home.
And hopefully
Usually go to eat.
Yeah, sounds good. So tell me a little bit about how, your practices, when you do those, when do you start in the summer? Because you must start in the summer sometime, right? Or before?
This year we didn't start in the summer. Usually we start in about July. But this year, 4 of my 5 girls have been doing cheer since middle school. Mm-hmm. So they know what they were doing. Hannah is our lone sophomore. She decided this year that she got convinced by these two to do cheer. So Hannah came and joined us, and McKenna taught her a lot.
She's my sister.
Yeah, when they were at home, she would learn a lot.
So you voluntold her?
Oh, yes. And I train her at home, and it's very fun.
Yeah.
So do you guys have competitions that you do also, or is it just on-field cheer that you're?
We are just strictly sideline.
Okay.
There are some schools that are more competition schools. There are some that are sidelines, and there are some that do both.
Okay.
We're strictly sideline.
Okay. And so what kind of tricks do you guys do? Because the dance team was in here, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't know. And they say they can't leave the ground or anything like that. But can you guys do stuff like that?
Yep. We haven't really had a chance this year to stunt, but they all know how to stunt. Mm-hmm. Annie's been a flyer for us. She gets nervous, but Annie's been a flyer for us before.
Yeah.
It would make me very nervous too.
Yeah. They have worked on with Emmy.
Yeah, that's my stepdaughter.
Yeah, with Emmy, they worked on one-man stunts.
Uh-huh.
So Emmy was teaching them how just one person could hold another girl up in the air. So
Yeah.
we pretty much, if we want to work on stunts, we call Emmy, can you come in and work with us? And she's always fantastic about it. So
Yeah, she was a flyer. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
she could fly anymore. I hope she's not watching this.
when she comes, she can still fly.
Can she?
Oh yeah, Emmy can fly.
She teaches a tumbling class up in Iowa City. This is a non sequitur, sorry. And they told her to do a no-handed cartwheel, whatever that's called. Aerial. Sorry, I'm not. The nomenclature escapes me, but she came home with a wrist brace on. So she's getting old. What are you gonna do? Again, I don't think she's probably gonna watch this. So
We're going to send it to her.
okay.
Yeah. Wait, because if she's getting old, that means my kid's getting old. Emmy's a year older than JC.
So how do you, do you have pretty much the same routines every year? Do you add new things? You talked about like kind of, you haven't had time to work on stunting, but maybe you kind of, as you go through the year, kind of get more complicated things, more sophisticated things that you're doing.
We always try to add in a couple of new cheers every year. They've been really good. There's been a couple of practices where on a Tuesday, I show them a cheer. By Thursday, they've got it. They're ready to go.
We're fast learners.
Yeah. Wrestling is the one where we have the most. Wrestling right now, they don't do all of them, but we've got right now for wrestling about 75 different cheers. So
That you could do if you were like, holy smokes.
well, since it's an all day activity, kind of spread the cheers out.
Gotta switch it up.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, you individually will do all the football games.
Yes.
All the basketball games, away and home?
We only do home games on basketball.
Basketball, we don't travel.
But then wrestling meets and tournaments?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Away tournaments too? Like those 9-10 hour
Yes. Our
tournaments?
Saturdays disappear.
I take a lot of naps on the bleachers.
Wrestling, we go along with the boys on the bus. So they get there early. Sometimes they'll fall back to sleep for a little bit. Sometimes they're coming in their pajamas, just sort of taking it easy for a little bit and then getting ready to cheer all day.
I know the roll them over, lay them flat, roll them over on the mat.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, it wasn't.
You can join our squad.
Thanks. I'm not sure it was perfect. All right, let's go ahead and take another quick break. We'll come back and we'll talk to Annie and McKenna about their cheer experience and maybe what they're planning to do with the rest of their lives also.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank. Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross, Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers, and sellers to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Come and discover the perfect blend of fashion and home decor at Purposefully You Boutique and Home. Find that love it, gotta have it outfit or rustic farmhouse decor. Take one of our DIY sign workshops or rediscover a treasured piece of furniture with Annie Sloan chalk paint. Conveniently located at 107 West 2nd Street in Washington in the Carson Plumbing Building, 1 block north of the downtown square. Purposefully You Boutique and Home, where we are here to inspire you.
All right, welcome back to the Washington, what is this called? PM Sports page. Sorry, I don't know. It's been years. PM Sports page. I'm joined by the cheer team here at Washington Community School District, Washington County Hospital. I'm going to do it every time. I've got McKenna Morgan to my right and Annie Fritz to my left. So who wants to go first?
You can. Yeah, you just got voluntold.
All right, let's talk to McKenna. So, talk to me a little bit about your cheer experience. Past experience. What do you really like about cheer? What keeps you coming back every year?
So I started cheer my freshman year, right? During basketball season, I was voluntold by her basically that I needed to join since I was friends with all the cheerleaders. So I started basketball and wrestling that year, and then decided to come back for football the next year. And I was like, I love this, and I think I like it because I'm very loud. I
can pick up on a little bit of that.
Yes, and I have a lot of energy. I don't know how to sit still. Like, I'm not very.
That I'm definitely picking up on.
Exactly. So it's a kind of a good thing for me to do because I like to cheer on teams and stuff. So I guess there we go.
So the cheer kind of mentality fits you very well.
Yes, it's kind of just embodies me pretty much.
Do you have a favorite sport that you like to do? I mean, what is it? So football starts out really hot.
Yes.
And then it gets freezing cold.
Exactly.
And then the rest are kind of inside, right?
Yes.
So is there one that you like better?
I don't know. I kind of like them all. I mean, football is fun because it's outside, like you said, and it's kind of, the student section is always there.
Big crowd.
And it's, and you're under like the Friday night lights, But basketball games are really fun, especially if they are really close. Uh-huh. And we are just jumping around, screaming. We're right there on the side of the court, so. Yeah,
you guys occasionally catch a stray ball flying over there, I've noticed, right? Like where you set up.
Yes. And for a while I was kind of hesitant on wrestling, but I actually really enjoy it. And again, I get to be loud and I get to smack the mat and stuff like that. So, I just like to create chaos.
There's probably a lot of catharsis on that, right? Just like, I don't know if you know what that means, but like just getting it all out of your system.
Yeah. Just exactly.
Mm-hmm. And then you can take a nap, it sounds like, afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So Annie, why don't you tell me kind of the same, like how long you've been cheerleading? What do you like about it?
Okay, I've been in cheer since 7th grade, I think, and I don't know. When I first started, I was really shy. I was like kind of told that I should do cheer, so I was like,
the opposite of McKenna?
Yeah.
Well, she got told too, but
I felt
she's not shy, clearly.
I know. I was very shy, but I came a long way, and I'm so glad I joined cheer because it helped me to become like not as shy. And I don't know. Oh yeah, what's my favorite? I think.
Well, I hadn't asked that yet, but yeah, you can go ahead and assume I was going to ask that.
My favorite, I think, is football season because I just enjoy the homecoming week.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and then it would probably be basketball and then wrestling. Just wrestling takes a lot out of you. It's very long to sit there, but I get to take naps, so I'm fine.
That's a very hard thing for the wrestlers too. I know that they can't hardly eat and they're tired too, beat up, and so let's talk a little bit about what other activities are you involved in?
So I am the choir president this year. So yesterday I just went to an honor choir for that. So I'm very involved in choir. I'm in drama, like I said. I'm going to be in the Murder on the Orient Express.
That's awesome.
Soon. So
what character do you play in that?
I am the Countess. So I'm a doctor apparently, and I'm married to a Viscount. And
is it a relatively big role, or?
It's pretty. Yeah.
How you doing with it? You getting there?
I'm getting there. I have to do a Hungarian accent. So that's been very interesting to try. Yes, I know.
I don't even know
what kind of accent is it? Can you do it?
I can't even.
Just try one. Just say, "How are you doing?" in Hungarian accented.
How are you doing today? It's
like Count. It's like the Count from
exactly
from Sesame Street.
Yes. So
one little fishy, one little fishy. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
all right,
so it's been interesting to try to do that, and Brett has been harping on me a lot about.
Come on, B. Hey, Brett, if you're watching, which I doubt you are, But if you're watching, do the Human Torch thing for her later, okay?
What else do I do? I am in National Honor Society. I am peer helper. Last year I helped in like an elementary classroom and I loved it. And then when I'm not doing any of those things, I am working at a daycare. So I work at the UP Homes Daycare. So
you're very busy.
Yes. And I think that's it. Hopefully, I don't.
That's
There's
good.
probably more. I don't know.
It's good to be that busy. Take my word for it.
That's a lot.
Annie, how about other things that you're involved in? You're like your brother. He was in everything.
Yeah, that's the opposite of me. I only am in cheer. I do participate in Earth Club sometimes, but other than that, it's just cheer. Oh yeah, and I have a job, but that's it.
You don't want to brag about your job.
No.
Well, what is your job?
I am a cashier at Fairway.
I like Fairway. I get stressed out because I always try to grab my bags to take them out to the car for me, and I'm just like, I can carry it.
Yes,
like
I know.
there's a stressful minute there where I'm like, I'm good with taking this gallon of milk and this one bag of butter out. But I work through it. All right. Well, next time I'm at Fairway, I'll say hi if you're working.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk future plans quickly.
Oh gosh.
You have any yet?
Well, slightly. I want to major in nursing. I want to be a pediatric nurse. And I'd really like to be a travel nurse.
Foot nurse. That's a joke. That's a joke. She's talking about children. I know.
Yeah.
I work. That's what I do. Right.
So yes, I'd love to be a pediatric nurse. I'd love to travel, be a travel nurse. I like to travel in general, and they also make a lot of money, which I like. But I haven't really decided what college I want to go to. I've been looking at Culver Stockton. It's in Canton, Missouri. I actually went to an honor choir there yesterday, so I got to kind of tour it.
I've driven past there.
It's really pretty. It's
on
really
the way
pretty
to the
campus.
Ozarks.
And then I just got accepted to Simpson College in
congratulations.
Indianola. Thank you. So,
Do you know what their mascot is?
I can't remember. I'm bad.
It's a big elephant.
It's where my cousin goes to school.
I know, it's a big elephant, but they're called, what are they, remember, Alex? They're called like the Thundering Herd or something like that, but it's a big elephant.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway.
So, yeah, I've been accepted into both of those colleges, so I'm kind of just figuring it out. I don't know. It's a lot of
Pediatric nursing. You're not going to use your singing at all, or you might do?
I'll sing to my patients.
Well,
I'd like to
while
do
you're working
choir.
on their feet.
Yeah.
Annie, do you have any plans at this point? It's early in the year.
I think I want to be an esthetician, but
awesome.
I'm not 100% sure yet.
So I don't know what kind of schooling that I have to do for esthetician. Is there an esthetician training program?
Yeah.
Something like that?
You have to have like 600 hours or something like that, and then you get your license.
That's really highly sought after right at the moment, estheticians, and they usually do pretty well for themselves. Yeah. I don't think I'd personally like to do it, but that's perfectly fine. Well, do you guys want to add anything that I've missed? Do you sing at all?
No.
You know,
I used to be in choir, but not anymore.
they asked you to leave? Well, that's what happens in my band. They ask me not to sing.
Well, she tried to convince me to stay, but
you can
it just wasn't my thing anymore.
You can do it in college like me. Come on.
No.
But I'm hoping to do choir and drama in college.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Do you have any sense for what are the training programs? Are they the community college level, or are they separate training programs, or are they through schools?
I don't know. I've looked at Capri College in Cedar Rapids. It's like
Gotcha.
has cosmetology and esthetician and all that. So
that makes a lot of sense. All right, Erin, you want to add anything?
Not that I can think of. Oh, McKenna, maybe next Friday night singing the national anthem.
Oh,
it's in the plans for her to sing the national anthem with the band.
Very cool.
If people are coming to senior night next week.
So sad.
I think I must have seen you do it at a basketball game last year, maybe.
Yes, I've sung it at a district wrestling, and then a basketball game, and then I just recently sang it at a volleyball game. I'm singing it again tonight at the volleyball game. The next Friday.
They got their hooks in you now. Well, that's what happened once you start doing like the PA. I do the PA announcing for the basketball game. Sometimes you can't. You're in. You can't get out.
Mr. Miller comes up to me and he's like, "You gonna sing it?" I'm like, "Okay, I can."
He already texted me about doing the PA this year. So
He's on top of it.
yeah,
Getting ready for basketball.
I'm not very good at it, so I'm just there. But if we're there at the same time, I'll say hi to you.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Erin, thanks for being here. Annie, nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you at Fairway. McKenna, appreciate it. I'll see you at the ball games where you're singing. And I want to wish you guys best of luck with your season and appreciate everything that you do and the sacrifice and time you guys put into being a good cheer team. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. So from all of us at the PM Sports page, I'm your host, Todd Patterson. Thanks and have a great